Hello and welcome back to Shapes 2. We're going to take care of some miscellaneous stuff in this episode while we're waiting for this final shape to be delivered to the vortex to see what it unlocks. We're delivering the shape right here. We have 38,000 out of 150. It'll actually be done in relatively short time. But in the meantime, we are going to go to the operator level here and deliver some of these shapes that we have previously completed but we're not delivering to the hub anymore. So let's work on this one right here. The shape right here, we'll just find this out in the wild and create a square and a star and deliver a whole bunch of them to the hub. So just above our milestone, crystal milestone shape here, we have a half square and a star. So we can paint this blue, we can paint this green. So I'm having a rough Parkinson's day and I didn't even get the extractors placed down by the time the milestone finished. So that the curiosity doesn't kill me, we're going to unlock the milestone while I finish putting extractors down. Go ahead and unlock that. We are officially certified apparently. Now all we have to do, I guess, is continue to prove our operator level, which is what I'm working on right now. So I'll continue doing that and be right back. I'm creating this diagonal shape here. I have 6 of them here, and I have 4 of them over here. So I need to divide those out evenly. So I just did 3 from here and 2 from the other one. That would be 5 each on each train line. And what I've done is I've just done every other station here. So there's a 5-car train here, but it picks up every other. And then over here, there's a blank space here, so it picks up every other here as well, but it alternates them because of the blank space here. So it fills all 5 cars. That comes up to here. So this train stop here, it delivers the 1st, 3rd, and 5th car to this station, and it pulls up to this train stop and delivers the 2nd and 4th car. So they're spaced out, so that works out nicely. I don't have to do a filler car on the train. I can just do a 5-car train and space it out this way. Alright, so we have a green train dropping off green paint. We have the train dropping off the diagonals, so it then paints the diagonals, this green diagonal. We have another diagonal being dropped off here at this train station. They are being rotated 90 degrees so that we can stack them. This creates the uncolored base to this square base to the next shape. That goes up to our final stacker here. Our other layer is being delivered up here. This is just blue paint coming in, painting the stars. And that goes underneath the track here to our final stacker, which then puts the blue star on top of the painted square. And that is our milestone shape that we need. It gets sent off to the train station, which then goes to the vortex. So overall, a pretty compact factory for 5 train loads full of the next milestone being delivered. Let's check our thing here. We've already got a level to claim. Almost at the 2nd level. Let's claim all these as well. I got that crystal one all the way up to level 20. That's pretty awesome. These 2, I believe, are randomly generated, so we will get to those in a minute. We need a new setup for this one. We stopped delivering this one a while ago, so we will do this one next. Let's take a look at the upgrades. Let's go ahead and buy the label. I think we have enough for everything, but let's buy all these foundations. 90 points for a foundation 4. Crazy. Gotta unlock the wire ones. We'll need that in the future. Let's just unlock all this stuff. So that's everything over there. Let's come over here. Let's hit these train capacity upgrades. That is the fastest train we can get now. There we go. I think we've bought everything. So next shape is this one here. We just have a lot of pins on this one. This is half a square, half a star, and half a circle. So we can go to the map here just north of the hub here. We have a half circle, half star, half square, and here's all 3 colored paints. So we can just go ahead and get to work extracting this little factory here and put it down the main line here. All my shapes down here. Just show you an example. I have this is 6 cars long with a filler. So it has a shape car, a filler car, a shape car, a filler car. So that gives it every other little different than we just did. But it just circles back around, picks up the rest of these, comes up to the factory here. This bottom one is making blue paint and painting these half squares here. We're not worrying about the rotation when we bring them in, so we will have to rotate them in the factory here. So that's so this is blue squares being painted. Pin pusher on them goes underneath the train track here. This train is bringing in these guys, these half star. This just rotates it, and this stacks it with the pin shape, the square. So basically our shape right here is this one. And that comes up to the final stacker. This basically brings green paint in up here, drops it off here and here, and then paints this shape here, this half circle. This rotates it to the correct bottom half. This puts a pin under it. This puts an additional pin under it. And this just goes over to the final stacker, which is what we were just looking at here. And that is our shape. So we can just deliver this to the vortex. So we will have to run it over to this line here. So let's grab a train track. Must be this one here. So that goes into the vortex. So looking at the operator level, we have this shape here, which we are currently delivering, but only one wagon at a time. So we're going to redo this one, and we're going to redo this one. We're only delivering one wagon at a time on this one as well. So that'll be these two, and then that way we'll have all of these being delivered at least 4 to 5 wagons per train coming in. And then we will get to doing these two shapes for the MAM. So let's work on this one. This one is this shape here. If we take a look at my map, zoom out here, I have way off over here. We have these shapes already. We have this shape made right here. And then there is a, where is it? This shape right here, which is pretty rare to find. It's already made, so all we have to do is, but we're going to have to slice this up anyway to paint it. This shape here, we need to paint the diagonals different colors, green and red. So I think what we'll do is come over here and actually paint the shape before we bring it into the factory. That way we can paint it as a whole. We'll only have to paint half the shapes. Instead of painting 6 space belts full, we'll only have to paint 3 space belts full. And we can paint these green. We can paint these red, and that way we can bring them into the factory as diagonals that are already the right color. So let's put down 3 fluid miners over here. So for this one we will bring the paint in here, the red paint. We will paint the full shape, so let's grab a painter. We'll paint the full shape, and we will cut them in half. But we will save both halves, so that is this cut half, both output both sides. So this cuts the shape in half, but outputs both of them, so it takes essentially 12 belts in, puts out 24 belts. And then we will need, we'll have to see how that comes out. I think we'll have to rotate them before we swap them. Let's assume we have to do that, so let's rotate them 90 degrees. And then let's swap them. And that is 6 full belts of diagonal red pieces. This diagonal red piece here. So this milestone is going to be assembled at different outposts, I guess. It just works out better that way. We have the diagonals painted here. You can see them there. We will put them on a station, on a train station, and drive them down to here. This is just circles being painted blue. I guess it's actually with one quadrant being a square. But we can probably just paste some of our other factory down in here. That'll take the blue circle thingy up to here. We can delete these, put a stacker in here. We'll have to flip these. Like that, and then we will bring the diagonals in up above it, and it should be what we need. So we need a whole bunch of this piece here, the circle thingy, so we're gonna have to go all the way down. I ran out of paint, so we had to grab paint from here. We're gonna grab this shape from here as well and bring that up. I guess we'll bring it along this here and into there. So we actually need these pieces to be move over one, because this shape coming in is the bottom, this shape coming in here is the top, or needs stacked on top, I guess. Autosave. There we go, and now we can bring in the diagonals just like we did here. For this milestone, everything was basically done at the outposts or at the shapes. It was, you know, we cut them up, we colored them, we rotated them, put them on a train, so they were all ready to go. So basically at the last factory here, all we have to do is have a nice little layout here that basically just stacks them, brings them in, stacks them. So that looks really nice. I like that layout. So quick recap, this shape comes up here, gets painted blue, gets sent underneath the tracks, it gets another shape delivered. This one right here, that just gets stacked on top of this. We have to fix these belts, they are pointing in the wrong direction. But that'll come up here, that'll get stacked on top of this, this will get stacked on top of that, and then this shape will get stacked on top of that. And then we just need a final train station to deliver to the vortex. Let's fix these down here. That should fix that. Alright, the next shape is this one here. We're delivering all 4 of these as full train loads. Let's do this one. That'll be the last one, then all we have to do is finish our tasks off, and then we'll be able to get to the make anything machine. This one is just squares on pins with squares and then stars. So I have a area marked up here that has these shapes. Has a half square, half star, so we can make those into diagonals that we need. And then there's no color around here, we're gonna have to go all the way up here to get color. So we'll probably mix the paint up here and make the factory down here. My current cut in half blueprint, where it saves both sides, does not work for this shape because it only works if it's identical. Like if it's a full square, it can put out 2 half squares. This one, as you can see, it mixes them. We're not separating the output here, we're just rotating it and combining it. So let's design a blueprint that can do 3 floors, can cut them in half and save both sides. Cutters. It's 4 per belt, so we need 4 of these. And let's put some launchers over here so we can keep that way we can keep the aisle clear here. That way we can take like this out. So that is one done. And this one can go. I have one coming out this way, one coming out this way. So let's copy this, put one here, one here, one here. Now this works for all of that. We can grab this, take it down, grab this, take it down. So that works there, but this one becomes a problem because we can't fit the 4 belts out of here. 1, 2, we run into a problem there. So I think we can leave all this, but just rearrange this one. So let's grab this. This can go right here. So we can grab one here. Actually, we can launch this one out of here. So let's grab, this needs to go down here. This needs to go down here. And this needs to go down here. What we can do is we can do our, we can grab that, and we can grab that. So that combines them, and we can just throw another launcher in here, and that way this separates them out. So I could, let's see, where does this one land? That lands there, so we can grab this one. We need to keep all the blue sides together, so blue sides come out and go down this way. That doesn't work either because we need to launch this one. We can rotate this. So that works there. Then we can launch this one over. That works perfect. So all the blue ones are kept together. By blue ones I mean this half here. And this half here comes down to this one. So all the blue ones are on this line now. This one comes out here. This one comes out here. This one comes out and goes around. This one gets launched over and joins in this way. And we got to get the orange ones together. This is an orange one. We need to launch this orange one out of there. So that's those 2 orange ones, and then we need these 2 orange ones launched. So that does work. It looks crazy. Like this is nice. This is calming. This makes me like building factories. This gives me anxiety. I can't tell what's going where. And it does work, but it is crazy. You can't tell what's going where. But it'll work. We'll just pretend like we didn't see that, and we'll just look at this half down here and look at how nice this half looks. Looks like what a factory should look like. Super nice. We can grab this down here. Alright, to make sure this works, let's copy this over. Let's put it down here and watch and see what it does. This should separate the stars from the squares. This is separating out the lines over here. So we got the star pieces going this way, we got the squares going down this way. Got squares, stars, squares and stars. And this is all squares, this is all stars. So that's great. We just need to copy it up 3 floors and replace our blueprint. So I've been working on the tasks using our task area. It's super handy, got plenty of shapes and colors coming in, so it was just a matter of sticking down our blueprints and making the shapes that were requested to complete the tasks. We can take a look at the task menu. This area could actually become a good starter set it for a MAM maybe, make anything machine, but we'll see how it goes. Let's check out our task menu. We have the last task here. This will complete all the tasks that we have to do. There are no more tasks to complete. So in the meantime, while I was working on those, we were delivering our milestone shapes that we just finished delivering all operator milestone shapes to the thing. So let's see how far we got. It took me a while to do the task, so I expect this number to go up quite a bit. And my understanding is this number is just a mathematical formula. It's not actually top 1% worldwide. It's actually just some mathematical formula that averages it out. So I don't know if that's going to be addressed in future updates. But let's go ahead and claim these and see where we end up. We're at 122 now. Let's see what we go to. There we go. Operator level 211 went up just about 90 levels. So that was pretty amazing. It's good stuff there. So we'll see what we do with this area in the future. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.